Transfer deadline day, business done. Now to sit back and laugh at everybody else as they desperately try and sign players. Hello? Oh, hi Mr. Chairman, how you doing? I'm good, thanks, I'm good. Just enjoying a nice relaxing deadline day. Yeah, I've been getting bids from Charlton for Gosney your window. What? You accepted it? Well, how much was it for? 1.1 million? Mate, I need Connor Gosney, he's the heart of my defence. Oh, unbelievable. Duffin, quickly, get on the phone and find me a centre-back. Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 7, Episode 4 of The Impossible Dream with Bala Town. Today we face Llanelli in the league and then we go to Real Madrid. What can possibly go wrong in the first game of the Champions League group stages? Now, you can all relax, Gosney actually is still at the club, despite the fact the chairman accepted a bid from Charlton on deadline day for him. He rejected their contract, which, to be honest, stunned me because he's unhappy at the club. He's still concerned about Grederson taking his spot. Grederson, of course, has long left, so I really wish that would fix itself. So I couldn't offer him a contract. We're only paying him £800 a week, so he must have realised he's playing in the Champions League and he doesn't want to go to Charlton. So that was really, really lucky. I did have a plan in place if we had lost him. I basically had signed this guy, Tyler Harrop. He's currently at Portsmouth. He's out of contract, but because he's came through their system, you have to basically pay. It's like £400,000. So I'd basically agreed a deal to sign him. He would have been solid enough. He would have been done a decent job. He may even be slightly better than Connor Gosney, but what he isn't is sort of Connor Gosney in a way. So if Harrop's in the green, he is a slight upgrade on Connor Gosney, but obviously he would take time to settle in. Gosney has been with the club for a long time, and I really, really didn't want to lose him. And thankfully, as I said, he rejected the contract, and we didn't lose him. The other thing that's happened since last episode is that I've gone and upgraded the data analysis facilities. £2.4 million worth of upgrade of data analysis facilities, but that should, if we go and have a look at facilities here, that should take us up to state-of-the-art data analysis facilities. Our training facilities will be in the process of being upgraded, and then with the Champions League money that we now have, we can go and upgrade those again, ready for next season. So we're still in a really, really good spot financially. I think now's the time to do that before we start and lose money if the board start to panic. But yeah, we're in a really, really good spot. Now, there's 3 games to catch you up on since last episode. Starting with a massive one, we went to TNS away in the league. We took the lead when some wonderful build-up play left Ruben Ferguson with a tap-in. And we secured the points a few minutes later when Burt crossed for Ferguson to get his second. So there we go. Usually this is the sort of game I'd like to show on the channel, but just didn't quite fit in with the Champions League qualifying. But we put out basically the same team that played Basel, and it was just a really, really good, strong performance from us. Ferguson with the double looks the part, that is for sure. But yeah, really good to go to the New Saints and get the 3 points. That's huge. Next up, we played Kefan Druids in the league. We took the lead when Kieran Topley's low drive found its way into the far corner. Alex Lowry got our second from the spot, before Gavin Grant got a first Bala goal for our third. So there we go, we were just too good for them, unfortunately. Kieran Topley with a nice one to get things underway, the low Lowry penalty, and Gavin Grant taking advantage of some poor goalkeeping there for the third, his first for the club. Yeah, we were just too good for Kefan Druids, and you kind of expect that these days a little bit, despite it being somewhat of a rotated team. The final game to catch you up on, we hosted Glenavon in the Iron Brew third round. Just the one goal in this one, as Owen Casey picked out Ryan Murphy at the near post for his first Bala goal. A strange one, this one. We absolutely dominated the game, but we really, really did struggle to score. Ryan Murphy with his first for the club, getting the only goal. You can see they didn't register a shot on target. But it was one of those where we were just so dominant and only 1-0 up. You were just waiting for like the wonder strike or the corner or something to go in. But luckily for us, it didn't. We've got ourselves into the next round and we are playing a decent opponent, actually. We're at home to Dundee. So that could be a tough one for us, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll put out a strong team again and see how we go. It doesn't sort of fall around the Champions League match. So we'll be able to go full strength for that one. But as I said, we've got Llanelli and Real Madrid coming up. If you have a quick look at the league table, you can see we're way down on games played. We've got 3 games in hand, on the New Saints. We're only 4 points down, so it's not too bad. Llanelli are down there. They're struggling this year. And then, obviously, Champions League first group stage game. Anything we get out of Real Madrid would just be a massive, massive bonus, wouldn't it? So this is what we're doing here against this. It is Llanelli, right? I think that's just how you say it. We're favourites for this one, as you would expect. We're in excellent form. They are not. They're a Hugh Griffith coached team. Quick look at Hugh. He was previously with Bala Town. Did not know that. It's before we took over, though. So he must have been a player, manager. Anyway, let me know in the comments, Hugh Griffiths, what role did he have at Bala Town? They're a balanced standard playing style, and we are expecting them to come out in this sort of a formation. We can see there their heat map, their key pass, their passing network, and their key passes there from their loss to Barry Town. And this is the team we're sending out. Now, obviously, we have an eye on Real Madrid, so it's not necessarily a full-strength team. So Jaycock goes in goal. It's Topley as the centre-back. He can do it. He's done a good job in the past, so let's see him continue in that role with Williams and KDH. Grant goes down the right. Mullenstein, who is developing very nicely into a very decent left-back, to be honest. He goes to the wing-back in this one, though. It's Owen and Lowry in midfield. McVeigh steps forward into the number 10 role. It's Allmark and Stewart up top. Let's go. So they've sprung a surprise. They have, somewhat annoyingly, matched us up in formation. I would have gone with wingers otherwise. But there we go. They're going to come and have a go at us, which is nice. Maybe that means we'll get some goals. Courage to the team. Come on, lads. Show what you can do to keep the run going. Some calm. We have faith. And we will get out there. No, we don't. They're playing wing-back, so I just had to change the marking assignments on the strikers. Otherwise, we're all over the shop. But yeah, this hopefully will be a nice, comfortable win for us. I almost gave McGonigal the start in place of Lowry. Maybe looking at his match condition there, I should have done that. But we might bring him on second half here. Free kick. Topley stands over it. Decent free kick on him as well. And that one's hit the outside of the post and gone wide. Let's tell them to get creative. It's been a decent start. Reece Williams is looking nervous. We've had to promise Reece Williams more first-team football. I was tempted just to tell him, you can leave if but it's Reece Williams. He's been a really good player for us. I do want to try and keep him as a team leader as well. Owen, just over the bar from Curtis Owen. And it's already looking a little bit like one of these games where we need to try and get this opening goal, and then we might be able to run away with things. Here we go with KDH now over a ball. Gets it forward to Grant. Grant with a cross-field pass. It's headed away. And are they going to try and hit us on the break? They're going to try, but Topley's back there. Nice ball out there for Mullenstein. Mullenstein back for Owen. Owen spreads it the other side again. This is good movement. Grant. It's a good ball for Allmark, and Allmark just over the bar. Maybe a concentrate is in order here. We're doing really well. We're dominating the game. We just need to find the back of the net. Here we go. About 5 minutes before the break. Mullenstein throws it to penalty. In the end, they've gifted us a chance. Paul McVeigh's going to step up. Can he put this away? That is the big question, isn't it? I don't remember McVeigh taking a penalty for us before. Come on, McVeigh. Sticks it away. Excellent, excellent stuff. Hopefully now we can go with that first goal of the season for him. He hasn't got many goals, actually. He's heavily involved in the build-up of a lot of goals, but doesn't get many himself. I think he got one last season, so he's already matched his tally. Got an apprehensive-looking Owen, which is a little bit of a concern. Grant now with a corner. Decent. It's headed in, and it's a wonderful header for Michael Stewart. Absolutely buried that. He is on the chopping block, to be honest, as a potential transfer out. He hasn't really worked as I'd hoped. He was supposed to be sort of the... Where are we here? Michael Stewart. We'll get in second half. He's supposed to be sort of the quick poacher that would put chances away for us, and it hasn't quite worked out how I'd hoped. So he's one of those, now that we get decent value, sort of transfer value for a lot of our guys, he's one of those that he's on the chopping block. I'd like to see a little bit more from Allmark, who's had a bit of a lackluster start. We've stressed him out now. A little bit of a lackluster start to the season as old Mr. Allmark. You can see, yeah, Stewart. I mean, he's decent, but he's just not quite worked out as I would have liked. So if we could get a bid come in for him, which isn't going to happen until at least January now, Allmark nods that down nicely for McVeigh. McVeigh out to Mullenstein. Can he get a cross in? He can. It's back post. It's there for Grant. Down to Michael Stewart. That's what I wanted to sign. That's what I thought we were signing. That's a cracking finish. Nodded down by Gavin Grant, who's quietly having a game himself. But yeah, nodded down nicely there. And Stewart just absolutely smashing it in the back of the net. Really, really good goal. Look at that. Have some of that. That's the sort of poacher's finish I was hoping that we'd signed. And he's just never quite done it for us. Quick look at Grant as well, since he's having a decent game for us. He's a good, quick guy getting forward. He's one of these that if we could sign him on a permanent deal, I would like to do so. Grant now, good ball in. Is it offside? Reece Williams is there. It might be offside. No, it's not. Reece Williams should have probably done a little bit better with that. On the hour mark, Grant now goes across to take the corner. And again, it's headed away. McVeigh is there. McVeigh back to Topley. Topley, it's a bit of a coming together, shall we say there. Owen's not having a great game in there, so we might bring on Les McGonigal for him. And actually, you know what we might do is we might bring Dan Williams on for Lowry, who's looking a little bit tired as well. McGonigal is box to box. Williams is deep-lying playmaker. That all looks good to me, and all change in the centre of our midfield. Mullenstein's looking tired. We do have a youngster, Robert Malone, on the bench, the guy that we signed from Liverpool, so we might bring him on, given that Mullenstein is looking quite tired as well. The game's essentially safe at 3-0, isn't it? So we'll give some youngsters a chance here. Here we go. Grant with a throw in there for Stewart. Back to Grant, back to Stewart, back to Grant. Crosses it in. McVeigh's there. Oh, McVeigh. Really, really good chance to double his tally for the game. Just couldn't quite manage it. Another free kick here. Is it going to be Topley again? Number 6 isn't Topley, it's Dan Williams. What can Dan Boy do? Oh, just over the bar. This has been the sort of performance that you expect from us in the league in a way. We know we're dominating. If we can ever get to the point where we're relentless in front of goal, we could score quite a few goals in the league. But we've just been a little bit wasteful here. Ball in. Oh, Maloney. Or Malone it probably is, isn't it? Just over the bar. Can we get a fourth? We've got 4 minutes to play. Do we win that? We do. Michael Stewart's there. Picks up the loose ball as well. He's got Allmark in the box. Can he pick him out? No, he loses out, but he does keep possession there. Does it quite well. Grant makes a nice run. Can he pick out Allmark? No, he cannot. Stewart's still there with the ball. Again, just can't quite find a way through. Come on, boys. Oh, it's there. McGonigal. The professor's almost nicked it. He keeps chasing, God love him. That ball goes away though. Topley wins the header down for Allmark. Allmark to McVeigh. Back to Allmark. Can we get someone in the box, please? Allmark. He finds McVeigh. McVeigh! Oh, almost a stunner from poor McVeigh. 43 shots in a 93-minute game of football. That is not too bad. Not too bad at all. 44 shots in the end. But a comfortable win, a dominant win. Don't let it go to your heads, boys. McMinamy suffers defeat against former club. Is that the striker? Yeah. Okay. So they did have one or two. Actually, they had a few of our old players. They have, but I think it was just him that played because the other ones are left wingers and they weren't playing with wingers. But there we go. Malone makes his professional debut. Grant on form. I should probably congratulate him on his assists. We'll go with your passing. And that is job done. All right, everybody, say your prayers. We're off to Real Madrid. Oh, wow. Look at this. The Bernabeu. Amazing. Excuse me. Is this where Zidane used to sit? Oh, right. The press conference. Do we have any questions? Yeah, Chaz Hogan, Australian journalist, but you know who I am, mate. Listen, Real Madrid manager Mauricio Pochettino, he said that he expects an easy game against weak opponents. All right, Poch. Jesus. Big tough guy over there with this Real Madrid squad full of world-class players. But look, this is the way I see it. Is that if Real Madrid was to beat Bala Town, no one thinks anything about it. No one even looks twice at the score. But imagine if Bala was to take anything off of Real Madrid. This team and the players, they would be crucified, wouldn't they? They would be remembered forever as the team that didn't beat Bala Town at home. I tell you what, I hope for Poch's sake he's right, because imagine if they lost. Now that's pressure. Okay, welcome back. We are at the Bernabeu, and Poch has been given it the big ones. Bala an easy opponent. It's like, all right, Poch, come on, mate. Like, you've just got your multi-million pound players there, but that's fine. We'll see what we can do here, and hopefully we'll embarrass them, and they can go down in history, as I said, as the worst team in Real Madrid's history. We are not the favourites of this one, but you wouldn't really expect much else. They are 1-4 on. We are 9-1 favourites for this one, or second favourites, I should say. Third favourites after the draw, really. As I said, Pochettino is their manager. Let's have a quick look at him. He's a good manager, isn't he? Good old Poch. So there we go. They're an attacking standard playing style. I don't think it really particularly matters how they expect to play, because we're probably going to be parking the bus either way. But there we go. We can see there. That's the formation we're expecting of them. Their heat map there, just sort of just a red wave, isn't it? It's sort of outside the box there. So that's what we're expecting to come up against. Passing network and key passes there again, typically in and around the 18-yard area. This is the team we're sending out, and for right or wrong, we're not going to change the way we're playing. We're going to have a crack at them and see where that brings us, except we want Rima Miles in goal. So it's Miles in goal. It's Burke, Swift, Gosney and Sears as the back four. York and Murphy in midfield. It's Thomas, Dixon and Maurice in behind old Ruben Ferguson up top. Attacking is maybe ambitious, but we'll stick with it and see how we go. So there we go, we're matching up formations with them. There was a few of you in the comments, Gary Turpie amongst others, that sort of said this has the potential to go the way of Liverpool away, and it does. I mean, it could easily be 6-0 or worse. What do we want to say here? We've got nothing to lose here, show what we're capable of. I think I like that. Some can we have faith? And see if we can do another puzzle, but just a couple of up levels in difficulty. And here we go, Champions League football, again for Bala Town. Here at the Bernabeu, and we've lasted a minute, so there we go, that's something. Yeah, I basically just want to use this to see exactly where we stand as a team against one of the better teams, I'm assuming, in the league. Well, in Europe, I should say, in the Champions League. Header away, nice header away there by Swift. We complete the clearance, kind of, it's still there. Only 6 minutes in, ideally we would be a little bit longer before we had this sort of pressure, and there it is, just over the bar. Rima Miles had that covered all day, didn't he? Never going in, that one. Calm as you like. All right, let's give it a get creative. Let's see if we can create something here. Oh, no, not quite. I thought we might have been able to get a foot in there. It's going one way right now. That has not gone in. We're looking for a penalty, I think. Oh, that's such bad defending. This is going to annoy me waiting for the referee to go all the way over here now and look at the thing. I'm assuming it's for a penalty because it wouldn't be for a free kick, would it? Connor Gosney. It's looking as though it looked a little bit scrappy. I thought it had gone straight in, but I'm assuming Connor Gosney has pulled the shirt of the attacker. And of course it's a penalty. And now we need Rima Miles. Well, we lasted 15 minutes, but we need Rima Miles to try and pluck some heroics out here up against Rodrigo. Miles goes the wrong way. And there we go. We are 1-0 down at the Bernabeu after 15 minutes. And it's not particularly the start we wanted. Show some passion. I'd rather have a look at the penalty again, to be honest, but it doesn't really matter. It was given, so... The problem with Connor Gosney is the fact that he's unhappy. It does affect his performances, a little bit of his body language, I suppose, more than his performances. So, yeah, I really wish he'd get over the fact that Gredison's going to replace him, given that Gredison's left the club. I think it's a little bit, I don't want to say a bug, but certainly it's not particularly how it should be, in my opinion, because he's obviously not going to take his spot anymore because he's no longer at the club. Another Real Madrid highlight, half an hour in. I mean, we're due to concede a goal if we're going to do one every 15 minutes. We've left a man over there. Rima Miles makes a save. Connor Gosney launches it into the... Maybe he's trying to get up here into the away fans, keep them awake, something to cheer. Here we go in the corner to defend. We know there's been a problem of ours, but that's easily done by Rima Miles. A nice pluck there. And that'll do it for the highlight. And it's not a goal because it's never a goal. I tell you what. So far, I'm going to say so good. Sam York's won that ball, but unfortunately couldn't keep possession. Decent pressure here. One thing we are doing, so we're not going completely suicidal. We've got the lines really, really close together. I should have maybe have mentioned that before. We're not pressing them high up the pitch. We are just trying to keep our shape so that it's difficult for us to get past or play through, I should say. But as I said, I did want to try and have a crack at them and just see exactly what we could do. It might be one of these where, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, it doesn't really matter what we do. Chances are we're going to lose. Our best bet was to try and keep it 0-0 for as long as possible. Negros walk straight past there. A bit of a wayward shot, though. And that'll do it. Another Real Madrid highlight here. Can we get a foot in there? Can we win that? We can. Sam York hacks it clear. He finds Ferguson. Go on, Fergie. He's 2-on-1 here. It's tackled away by Militao. And can we keep possession? No. And a little bit of high moment there. Is it going to end up in a goal at the other end? Almost certainly. There's the ball for Jesus. He's in here. Rima Miles pulls off a save. What a save by Rima Miles. 1-on-1 with the great Gabriel Jesus. And he's made the save. Can we keep the corner out as well? Oh, Rima Miles. A god amongst men. Let's tell him to concentrate. What's happened here? Nothing. And there we go. Neither of the wingers are playing particularly well. Ewan Dixon's not playing well. He probably hasn't touched the ball yet. That's possibly why. Ajax has taken a lead against Lazio, which is maybe a bit of a surprise. I thought Lazio, as Groundhopper pointed out in the comments, the fact they were top seeds means that they were Serie A champions. So let's tell them to dig in here. So they're obviously a decent team. The thing is, too, being sort of 7 seasons in as we are, obviously everything's changed. So the Ajax team that they have right now have almost certainly all, with maybe the exception of 1 or 2, they've all moved on to bigger and better things. So, yeah, that just kind of, yeah, we're not going to really know what we're up against until we play them and sort of find out what we're up against. All right, what do we want to say to that? Anybody else here? Rima Miles has been he's had quite a good game, hasn't he? And Connor Gosney, let's try a little bit of passion for him. Do we want to change anything? Do we want to maybe look to exploit the flanks and hit early crosses? Let's maybe not... Oh, no, I think we do need to pass into space because we're not going to get that many chances. We need to try and maximise them when they do come along. There we go. Look at that. They're inspired by the Get Creative. David Thomas is not having a good day. I'm wondering if maybe we could bring Callum Connolly, the youngster, on. Cross comes in. Rima Miles is there to claim that. Now, surely not the highlight. Just don't do something stupid, Rima. If we're going to get beaten, I'd rather it wasn't a penalty, to be honest, but yeah, there's no one there, is there? There, that might be the highlight. There was no one there for that, so we need to maybe take it off, pass the ball into space, maybe be a little bit more disciplined. No, we've got to go for it. Let's not say anything there. I wonder if we need to maybe work the ball into the box as well. I think we had that on against Basel, didn't we? Come on, boys, show some passion here. I wonder if we get stuck in. Sears has won the header well there. The problem we have is that when we're winning the ball, it's coming straight back at us, isn't it? We're not getting any sort of sustained pressure. Again, Rima Miles is there. Not the best finish. All right, let's. The wingers aren't working right. The attacking trio isn't working right now. We're not getting anything out of them. We probably need to play for set pieces. Let's try being a little bit more direct, maybe. Let's try being a little bit more direct and try getting it out into wide areas. We need to try and get our attacking players into this game somehow, don't we? It's another Real Madrid highlight. Can we win that? No, we cannot. Oh, that's standing off, and that's just a little bit too simple, wasn't it? All right, so let's get stuck in. I'm conscious of goal difference, although the way the head-to-heads tend to work is it's very, very unlikely to be the difference maker unless it was Real Madrid that we were battling for a spot with, and let's face it, if that's the case, then we'll take it. Oh, Rima Miles, he'd done so well until that point. That's gone straight underneath him. All right, let's also... I wanted to take off David Thomas, get Callum Connolly on. He's just not had a good day. Let's also bring McVeigh on for Maurice, who's not had a good day. McVeigh, let's. What do we want to do with you? Central midfielder is fine because I want to try and use Murphy out wide as an advanced playmaker and just try. We need to try and get players into the game here. I think we might save one more sub. The fact that it's 2-0 now, it kind of defeats a lot of the purpose of going for it because we need 2 goals. Can we keep this out, please? Oh, it's off the crossbar. Sears hacks it clear. And, well, one thing for sure is that, I mean, it's been all one-way traffic. Good tackle there from Connolly. It has been all one-way traffic, but what we have done is it's not 6-0 like we saw against Liverpool. So we have competed better. Oh, it's too easy. It's too easy. We do get it clear in the end. We don't have an attacking threat right now, do we? All right, Dixon's had a poor game. Let's go 2 up top. Why not? Let's say we... Let's just say that we went to Real Madrid and we had 2 men up top. That's fine. I wanted him as a deep lying forward. Jesus has had a poor day. That's undoubtedly helped us. Let's try and encourage. It would be nice to get a highlight if we could, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Real Madrid come forward again. We're in stoppage time. Good header down there. Oh, we still can't win a second ball. Everything, as the other games ended, it looks like it's a draw. If that ends in a draw, that does help us. Can we get a tackle in there? Sears has done his best. It's an easy finish, and it's 3-0, and that's a shame. 2-0, I think, would have... It looks like we were in the game. 3-0, it's going a little bit the other way. There's a part of... I don't know if we had, say, for example, been cautious, if it would have made too much of a difference. Yeah, I mean, we haven't been in the game as an attacking force, have we? That's for sure. 3-0's not the worst. So we've halved the deficit that we had against Liverpool when we went to them. Yeah, we'll say unlucky. There's a lot of teams that go to Real Madrid that have much bigger budgets than us and lose more than 3-0, isn't it? So it's a shame because we really didn't threaten them, but yeah. There we go. It's done anyway. The fact the other game was a draw, I think that is a big bonus for us. They both dropped points, so it keeps us in the conversation there. So hopefully we'll be able to take some points off Lazio or Ajax. But there we go. That is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Any suggestions of what you think we can do in the Champions League to try and get more of an attacking threat? Yeah, I'll have to have a think about it because we just, as I said, we just never, when we won the ball, we just gave it straight back to them. So that clearly wasn't working. League's looking really good. We're a point off top with 2 games in hand, so that's all well and good. And we'll be back next time for more Champions League football. So we'll come back for Ruthen, who we've never played before, I don't think. Certainly not on the channel. We had them earlier on this year in the Welsh League Cup, a former affiliate club of ours. So we'll come back for them away in the Premier League, and they're doing okay up there in 6th. And then we will host Ajax in... well, possibly the biggest game of the group so far because they were the 3rd seeded team. So if we're going to get out of the group in terms of parachuting down into the Europa League, we really do have to beat Ajax at home. Until then, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.